also don't know why I thought this would be a good idea, because I'm not any good at multitasking. Hello and welcome back to another vlog. Today I am heading to Leadenhall Market to trade with Solo Craft Fair. I thought I would start this vlog off a little bit different today and have a little chat about the market whilst I get ready. So usually when I trade at markets I would take about 4 suitcases, 2 bags, a rucksack, and I would also drive, so it doesn't matter how much stuff I take. Whereas the venue I'm going to today doesn't have any car parking facilities because it's like right in the centre of London. So I'm gonna have to get the train, and obviously I can't take 4 suitcases on the train on my own, and I don't have anyone to help me. So instead I've opted for a half table so that I don't have to fill out a full 6-foot table with a limited stock range. I have done a 3-foot setup in the past. I did it back in like November last year with Okupoku. We did LFCC, the winter one. It went really well. But obviously back then I didn't have the product range that I do now. I can't really fit the whole lot onto a little 3-foot display anymore, so I've had to like compact down what I'm actually taking. I've planned out like the whole display, just made sure that it all fitted and that it would look alright, and what I could actually take as well. So I worked out I could actually take most of my display, to be honest. I don't know how I managed to fit it on 3-foot when obviously normally I need a full 6-foot, but I've made it work. I have taken less designs of stuff, but most of it does fit. I've got my charm wall, but it's going to be slightly different than normal because obviously I can't fit 2 walls next to each other like I do normally. I'll put a picture up here what I normally do. So today I'm going to be taking just 3 of the boards. So I'm going to be taking the 2 keyring displays and then also the pin display for the cats, because I'm still taking the stock of like all the stock of all the pins and everything. So if someone's interested in the design of a key ring but they're like, I prefer it as a pin, I could be like, you know, I do have that, it's just I won't have the display for it because I can't quite fit it, and I didn't want to go ridiculously high because apparently it can be a bit of a wind tunnel through there. So instead I'm keeping it maximum, I think 3 or 4 high. So I'm actually taking all of my stationery bits, so all my notebook designs, all my notepads. I wasn't originally because I didn't think I'd be able to fit them on, but I could, so I just thought I'd take them all with me. The only things that I can't quite fit are all of my magnetic planner designs. It's only really the cat one and the celestial one that's really been selling at the moment, so I'm taking those 2, and then also the new floral dino one, just because I've got quite a lot of stock of that one made up. So I thought I'd try and take that and see if any sell. I'm also taking cards and sun catchers, but I've had to limit like both with how many designs I'm taking. So the sun catchers, I'm taking just 2 of the cats because one of the cats I don't actually have stock of, so I thought that's simple. I just won't bother making more of that one at the moment, and I'll just take the other 2. And then all of the dinos that I normally take, so I can still fit quite a lot of the designs on, just squidged on a little bit. I've got to fit the cards, the sticker packs and the coasters all on one display, so I've decided to just limit the amount of cards that I'm taking because again they haven't really been selling that much recently. Hello darling. Hello blue blue. Hello. Hello. She ran away. Clawed my chair and then ran away. The last thing I'm taking is the green t-shirts. I was planning on wearing one of the t-shirts, but I actually decided not to because it can become a bit of a wind tunnel. It can be a bit chilly compared to what the weather forecast says. So I thought I'd plan on wearing my green jumper, and then if people like it, I can point them. Oh, here she is. What's it do? No, this is the glimpse you're getting of her. She's an elusive creature. She's currently walking all over my sticker paper, so that's going to be useless now. Yeah, mine. But yeah, I can point them if they like the green jumper. I thought I can just point them towards my Etsy shop to order it online, because realistically anyone who's just passing by or whatever might not be able to carry anything heavy anyway, and I won't have room to store it or take the stock because the sweatshirts take up a lot more room than like the t-shirts do. So it's typical that I get a spot come up literally the night before market, so that's great. I'm also attending this market again in May. It's like in 2 weeks time again. I didn't really realise when I applied, I wasn't really paying attention to the dates. I realised it's like 2 weeks after, but that's okay. London's a very big place and there'll be different people passing through on both days, I suspect, but it means that if I find that the t-shirts don't really go down well, I can always swap to taking the tote bags next time. I don't really have any expectations for this market because I've never done it before. I know of people that have done the solo craft market at Leadenhall, but not for like this particular date, in this particular location, like because there's they call it the Central Passage or the Beehive Passage. So I don't really know what to expect, whether I will make a decent amount or not. I didn't really have to do much in preparation for this market, to be honest, because most of my stock was already made up, because last weekend's markets that I did went appallingly. I've never been humbled so much, but they went really bad, and I didn't vlog them because I didn't vlog them anyway because I wasn't going to, but I'm kind of glad I didn't because they just didn't go well. You're always going to get that with some markets, that you just don't fit well. So I am planning on leaving home at 8:30, and then once I get to Waterloo I'll be then taking the tubes to get to Leadenhall Market. It seems to be about a 20-25 minute journey on the tube, so we'll see if they're on time or if I'm unlucky and I get stuck with delays, because whenever I go to London I seem to always have a bad time with the underground and buses. Because when I went up for LFCC, the bus from Clapham Junction to, I can't remember what station is outside the Olympia, but the Kensington or something like that, that one was cancelled, so then we had to rush to get the bus. And then when I went to American London, a lot of the tubes were messed up a bit, so I don't seem to have good luck going to London. I also don't know why I thought this would be a good idea, because I'm not any good at multitasking, so you know, that's my makeup ready. So now just faff with the hair. So I washed my hair like yesterday morning, so it's looking a little bit mad today. It's actually not as bad as I thought it would be because it's just been tied up in a bun this whole time. And then I just need to sort out my front pieces and put some gel in them, and then they should be good to go. So this is me pretty much ready, and I will catch you in the next clip. So this is the back of my table. So I've made 3 shelves here, and at the bottom I've got my stock sheet, bags, free stickers and business cards. Then I've got all my key rings and magnets, colouring books, battery pack. And then up here is my pin badges and some extra stock of my coasters and sticker sheets and everything. I've also got my display sun catcher in case anybody wants to see what sun catchers look like. And then over here I've got a hook with my brown paper bags, and you can kind of see this is my view out of my table. So I'm just going to start packing up, but my best sellers today were the Cats and Dinos colouring book, a couple of the Suncatcher stickers. I sold quite a lot of the sticker packs and the sticker sheets. I even sold a t-shirt, so that was very nice. I didn't sell many of the charms, but I did sell a couple, and I even sold a little celestial print. So I just got back to the car from the train. Unfortunately, the exit is not step free, so I did have to lug the bags back up a flight of stairs, but a man came along and asked if I needed help, so he carried up one of my bags so I didn't have to make 2 trips. That was very nice. I am now so ready to go to bed. So I'll catch you in a mo for a recap of today and how sales went. So I'm just coming on to do a little recap of how Solo Market went, my expenses, and then also my earnings. First of all, I'm going to go through my best and worst sellers. So I didn't really have a standout one bestseller today, but I did sell like 3 of my colouring books and then quite a few sun catchers and sticker sheets and sticker packs. I didn't sell many of the charms. I did sell a few, but not a lot. My worst sellers are going to be my notebooks because I didn't sell any. So as always, I'm going to pop the expenses up here. So the pitch cost was £45. My train to Waterloo was £32.60. The parking at the station was £5.20, and I'm not sure how much the tube cost yet because it hasn't come through on the app, but I'll pop it here. The minimum that I wanted to earn today was £200. This was rounding up what I thought my expenses would be and then doubling it. That's normally how I work out if I'm actually making profit at a market or not, because I take into account product cost as well, because even if I just make back my table cost, I'm actually losing money still because there's the cost that's gone into buying the product in the first place. So I know if I'm doubling it, then I'm definitely making profit at that point. So my goal was a little bit higher for that. I set it to about 350. It was a bit of a stretch goal. I had no expectations coming into this market, so I had no idea what to set my goal at. But for the amount that it cost me to trade there, I thought I'd put it on par with other markets that would cost me that much, which I would normally put about £350. Made about £260. That's not the exact number, but it's in that ballpark. So I made more than my minimum, but not quite my goal. So I actually really enjoyed this market. It was very different than what I normally done. I have done outdoor markets on a street, but that was with a gazebo, not in an undercover area, and it also was not in London. So it was interesting to see the type of people that were actually coming along. There were a lot of tourists, which explains why a lot of people were buying the lighter weight items, the lower price items, because they still had to get them back on their flights home. The other traders were very friendly, very nice. The area is quite interesting because Leadenhall Market is actually placed in a business area, so most of the businesses there are not open on the weekends. They cater to the people that work in the offices during the week, so it was kind of interesting to see the variation in people that were walking past. They were mostly tourists. There were also a lot of local people who had come out specifically for the market. I noticed a lot of people were paying by card, but I did still make a few cash transactions, but that did surprise me a little bit because I did think that they would be all card. So I am quite excited for the next one to see how that goes, and also I am going to change up the products I'm taking just to see what works best. This is also weekend 1 of 4 weekends in a row where I'm doing markets, so I do plan to vlog the next 3 weekends of markets as well, just give a little bit of an idea of how they all vary and also how I'm doing physically, because it's going to be very tiring to do that many markets in a row without a break. So the next vlog that will be going up will be this weekend's market, so that will be Reading Alternative Market and Swindie Makers Market. Very different vibes for the 2 markets, so I'm intrigued to see what sells well and what doesn't at those 2. So I'll catch you all in the next one. Bye!